Hello! Today I am creating Five Nights at Freddy's book tag. I looked around to make sure there wasn't already one of these. I didn't see one, but if there is one already, definitely tell me. There are 15 questions. Let's go ahead and start. The first question is Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica, your favorite friend group from a book. I'm not sure if I would say this is my favorite, but I do really like the Redwall crew. I like the characters in here a lot. I think there's a big variety of personalities. The second question is about Foxy, my favorite if you can't tell. A character that's part of the team but isn't really in the group a lot. The first character that comes to mind is Gandalf from The Hobbit. He's not really there a lot, he just kind of shows up when he feels like it. The third question is Golden Freddy. Name a thing or a character that's really powerful or important to the story, but for most of the story, it's a big mystery. You don't know much about it. There's actually a lot more options for me to choose from than I thought, but I think I'm going to go with Salome from Since You've Been Gone. Her character and her personality isn't a huge enigma because we get all those flashbacks of her, but she has randomly disappeared at the beginning of the book, and we don't know what's happened to her, so it's a mystery of what happened to her. The fourth question is the security guard. And if you've played Five Nights at Freddy's, you know you play as the security guard who, even after he realizes he could die on the first night of his job, continues to come back for 4 more nights. So for him, we're doing a character with unclear motivation. It's been a while since I've read a Cynthia Caduta book, but I think in most of them, I'm never really sure what the main motivation of the characters are. Her books are typically the type of books that don't really have much of a plot. It's more of just a little snippet of the character's life, and I don't think those books ever clearly show the character's motivation very well. Like, it may just be because I haven't read either of these in a long time, but if you were to ask me what I think the character's main motivation is, I don't think I would be able to tell you. Now for question number 5, the puppet. A character who tries to be helpful but never really accomplishes much. I think Calvin from A Wrinkle in Time. I like Calvin well enough. He's in their group. He goes with them. I'm sure he helps in some way. I may have just forgotten. But I was never really 100% sure of what his purpose was. Other than emotional support for Meg, I'm not exactly sure what he gave to this group. The next question is Toy Chica. A book that was really good, but it was just missing something. Because, you know, her beak. I think I might go with Summer of the Gypsy Moss for this one. This book was really fun and entertaining, but I'm not sure how memorable it is. Like, it just felt like it was missing an ingredient that would have made it really good. Maybe a couple ingredients. The next question is Mangle. A book that was so disjointed that it was just a mess. I think I'm going to go with The Chimes by Charles Dickens, which is actually the sequel to A Christmas Carol, or the companion novel to A Christmas Carol. This book, it was bad. It was really, really bad. The first entire half was boring. The second half was really disjointed and confusing. And at the end, I just didn't understand what the purpose was. It was really disjointed. No. The next question is about Springtrap, aka William Afton, aka Spring Bonnie, aka Golden Bonnie, aka Purple Guy. A villain with multiple identities. I'm going to go with Asmortus from Prospero's Children. He's like some sort of weird being that can possess people and use them as puppets, and throughout all the different ages and things, he's known as different names, and he can talk through other people or other objects, so he has a lot of identities. Another good one would be Count Olaf from A Series of Unfortunate Events. He's always wearing disguises. Question number 9 is the Phantom Animatronics, a book you don't really remember reading. I think How to Train Your Dragon by Cassandra Cowell, whatever her name is. I remember what happens in the story, but it's the first book that I saw scanning my shelf that I didn't have any immediate memories tied to. The Ghost of Wendy Hill is also one that I don't really remember either the story or what I was doing while reading it. The next question is the Nightmare Animatronic, a book that gave you nightmares. The only nightmare I remember having that has some connection to books is that I did have a nightmare featuring Slappy one time. He was looking in on me through a window. The next question is sister location, your favorite companion novel. I think I might say Scumble for this one. It's in the Savvy series. I think it might be my favorite in the Savvy series. You know what's not my favorite companion novel? The Chimes. The next question is about Circus Baby, a character whose trustworthiness is kinda questionable. I believe her name is Anna from Grave Secrets. She's the ghost that haunts the girl in here. She's trying to get her to help her do something with a doll, I believe. The next question is about Innard, a book that is the perfect combination of all your favorite tropes and genres. I'm kinda cheating here by going back to the Savvy series, but it is a different book technically, so it counts. Switch by Ingrid Law. This is the third one in the series. This one I think had a little bit more of a meaningful feeling, which is something that I like in a book. It has contemporary elements, it has really awesome fantasy elements, it has a whimsical personality to it, it has what I think is the most interesting main character of the series. The first two are a little bit typical of characters, I think. It has the exact right amount of romantic interest in it. I read a lot of books that make the romantic subplots way too much. This one is probably the heaviest on that of the three of them, which I'm not entirely happy about, but still it was like a good amount. There was just one scene that I didn't really care for. The next question is the mini games, your favorite subplots. I usually really like subplots that have to do with relationships, not romantic relationships, but like friendships and family ships. I think A Million Ways Home has a pretty good one of those, like near the end. And now for the final question, Ultimate Custom Night. A situation in a book that would be your hell. I'm pulling out this one again. In this book, the main character witnesses a crime, and so now the criminal is out to get her. That is like my worst nightmare right there. So that's all the questions that I have. I'm not going to tag any specific person because I've never heard any booktubers talk about Five Nights at Freddy's before, so I'm not sure who likes it and who doesn't. But if you have a booktube channel and you're a fan of Five Nights at Freddy's, then consider yourself tagged. Bye!